Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors. We've got this Porsche 911. This is the 2016 911. It's the 991.2. In this video, I just would like to explain what we've done servicing-wise on one of these 911s and really what it entails ultimately. I mean, you'll see a bucket here at the back with loads of coolant that's spilt around it. That's because the old water pump had a slight weep in it. And just to access the water pump, you can see that we're almost having to fight for access there. I mean, everything is just incredibly compact and so tightly designed on this generation 911 that to work on them is a lot of time and effort, energy and concentration, you name it. Just going to show you what we've got here lying around on the floor. Firstly, just behind you right there, that's where you've got the rear spoiler. This is the bumper. It's a lot of connections and really a lot that goes together to basically hold the back of the vehicle. And I'll explain why all of this is on the floor. You've got the rear two tires, the lights are off the vehicle, and obviously you've got the rear wheel arch liners. And if you're wondering why we needed to remove so much of the vehicle, that's because to access these spark plugs, and these spark plugs, as a matter of fact, on this Porsche 911, according to the invoice, it was said that they were done not long ago. But we like to, whilst we've got a car like this here at the dealership, especially one that we're prepping, we like to just make sure that they've definitely been done and it's not just a case of an invoice. And the only way to really know it is to really take all of this off, remove the spark plug. But to remove the spark plugs, the rear wheel arch liner that's been removed, this section of it, the bumper, the spoiler, the intercooler needs to come off. You've got some of the turbo feed lines, especially to the back of it, that needs to be removed, and the heat shields. And then behind this heat shield is where you actually access the coil packs, and behind the coil packs you've got the spark plugs, and that is a lot of work. I've already talked about the condition of these spark plugs. They're in pretty good nick, but what I think could have been better, and there's no point naming who's actually done the work previously, it's just sort of the workmanship, just seeing how the car was put together, all the clipping and little things just lying around loosely. It's not as if it's going to impact the performance or the ability for the Porsche 911 to do the design task, but I just think the workmanship was slightly below par. So that's another reason that we are having to take so much of it off, just to make sure that the car has been put together properly. We had a 911 not long ago, which a customer had one of the turbo boost pipes that connected on him, unfortunately. And again, it's to kind of make sure that situations like that don't happen, and also proof checking someone else's work, even though these were only done a couple of 100 miles ago. So these are the spark plugs. I'll bin that. Here in this box, well, in this pan, not box, you've got the old oil filter. And Ryan, what's your assessment of the oil filter? I mean, what do you think of it?
That one's actually quite clean.
Okay. Oh, so this you would categorize it?
Yeah, it's not sucked in. You can't see no metal. If you pull the two pleats apart, in there, you'll check, see if there's any metal shavings or anything, which it doesn't look like there is. Yeah, again, it was changed not that long ago.
This is the oil I'm going to use here as a bit of moisturizer. It's always good moisturizer. It's a bit like going to a sandy beach. I'm kidding. Don't try this at home. This is the air filter. Again, this air filter seems like, again, it was changed not too long ago. And here we are.
That's been in there a little minute.
Oh, this has been in, again, in comparison to some of the other air filters that we've had on these 911s, they've been in a right sorry state.
Oh yeah, they're totally fine.
Exactly. So I thought based on that, but yeah, I guess, you know, in some places I reckon this was probably done about 2 years ago, Ryan.
Possibly.
Yeah.
What date has?
What is the date code on this? Oh, this hasn't got it, I guess.
I'm just going to drop it instead.
That's okay.
821.
821, okay.
So it's
But
2022, I reckon.
2022. So I guess we weren't too far from checking when it was done, as a matter of fact. And the date code, if you're wondering, where was it written precisely, Ryan? Okay.
8th month of 21. Even there, look. There you go. There's another one. And this one says 1st of the 9th. That's when it was built.
So 1st of the 9th, 2021.
Yeah.
And then we've got this as pointed towards the 8th week of 2021.
No, 8th month.
The 8th month, sorry.
Yeah.
The 8th month of 2021.
So that's when it was
Apologies.
first stamped,
Yeah.
and then it would have been quality controlled.
Yeah. Again, just to explain it one more time, that arrow that is pointed towards the 8th and then 2021. And then obviously that is the stamp from probably when it left factory. 1st of the 9th, 2021. So that's when it was manufactured, that's when it was put together, and I guess by the time it's gone to a company and installed on a car, possibly 2022. Now on this side, same thing, same good old story. You need to remove the intercooler, the tyre had to come off, the heat shield, and ultimately that's when you actually get the access to the coil packs and to the spark plugs. Right now, what Ryan is doing over there is that the previous water pump had ever so the slightest of weep. And this coolant, we think at some point this has had a coolant flush as well. This is a 2016 plate car, so you can imagine now this is 9 years old. So you can appreciate they do come to a point where when you do pick up these kind of items, whether it's a weep from a water pump, whether it's measuring the quality of the coolant, they do need addressing, and that's the whole point of quality control on them. Now the rest of the condition, the tires have got plenty of life left here. You can see these tires are almost brand new. This is the date stamp on the tires. That's from the 48th week of 2022. So possibly put onto the vehicle in 2023, but they're in almost brand new condition. You come to the front wheel. That front wheel was replaced, the tire was replaced on the 41st week of 2023. Not replaced, but manufactured. That's when the tire was manufactured. It's the Pirelli P0 tires. That's the recommended tires on these Porsches. The discs and pads are in pretty good condition here. And another way to also inspect these discs and pads is also to look at them from the inside. The shocks we've inspected, they're all, including the coil springs. If you come from this side, you could see the condition of it. Again, in pretty good condition. All the control arms, the rest of the suspension, all in good state. Same thing on the passenger side front. This tire is almost like brand new too. And all the under trays are all in good nick. Nothing is broken, nothing is damaged, including this front lower lip. A lot of the times we find that it's almost disconnected from the front. And this basically kind of brings us to a lovely conclusion of everything that's been done on this, everything that's going on with this 911, the condition of it. This has a full Porsche and a specialist service history. This is actually a good example of a 911 that's been really well maintained, and loads of money spent on just on consumables, things like discs, pads, tires. I forgot to mention the rear discs and pads, and you could see the rear discs and pads are almost like brand new, not because they're shining, but there's almost zero lip on it whatsoever. And right here, that's where you can see the amount of life left on the discs. You could see that big beautiful chunk there sticking out. So I'd like to conclude this video for now. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know what you think of this. And if you're looking to service your 911 with us, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to take care of some servicing work for you. Ryan there is not very happy, and we're going to find out why or what he needs. But thank you. See you next time. Bye bye.